name is Justin Huddleston. I'm the Wildland Fire Coordinator for the Houston Fire Department. We're here at the Houston Arboretum Nature Center preparing for our 2023 prescribed fire season. And we're going to address some of the questions and concerns brought forth by the public regarding prescribed fire. One of those questions is, what happens if embers drift into an area of the park that's not being burned? And so what happens then is a piece of the prescribed fire operation is the holding piece. And the members that are assigned to the holding division of the prescribed fire, their job is to monitor the unit adjacent to the prescribed fire. And if they notice an ember that's drifted into that unit and catches on fire, they'll notify the burn boss. The prescribed fire then stops, so we address the ember that's ignited a fire outside of the burn unit. And then once that fire is extinguished and contained, we move back into the prescribed fire unit and continue burning.
Hi, I'm Mansfield. I'm the Senior Marketing and Development Manager at the Houston Arboretum Nature Center. One of the big questions we get are, what happens to the wildlife out here? And that's a really good question. A lot of the animals that we have here they evolved with fire, so they know what to do when fire happens. And we've seen in our burns here that the fire doesn't engulf the entire area at once. It comes in small pockets, and so there's ways for the wildlife to move out of the range of the fire. A lot of our wildlife also knows to burrow under the ground or to move to ground to get away from the fire. We saw last year, especially when we're doing fires during wetter seasons, that there are also pockets of water that animals can move to avoid the heat. Another question that we get here is, why have prescribed burns at all? And there are a few different reasons that prescribed fires help the ecosystem. One is that this area would have historically had fires, and so these prescribed fires that we do allow nutrients to be returned to the soil. They also help certain plants that need fire to grow in a healthier way, and they clear out some of the invasive species, some of the woody species that would have historically been kept at bay by grazers and fires. Another great reason is it's an educational opportunity. So this is something that we haven't seen here in a long time, but we're able to bring back to educate the public about the importance of fire and of grazing in these areas. It's also something that we work with the fire department to do to make sure that if we ever did have a wildfire in the area, there's less of a fuel load, so there's less that could burn in this area, and it makes it safer for all of the surrounding parts of the city.
My name is Schenck. I'm privileged to be the state fire program leader for the Wildlife Division of Texas Parks and Wildlife here in Texas. I get to travel throughout our wonderful state and work with landowners, communities, organizations, and other agencies in getting more good fire on the ground. That's prescribed fire at the right time and the right place. Prescribed fire has been used in various environments in Texas to keep communities safer and to restore habitat to its normal function.